is there such a huge emphasis on dual sport athletes in the recruiting world? What's up, everybody? It's your boy Sports Dad Seth, and in this particular video, we're going to tell you the real reason and take a deep dive into why college coaches love and put major emphasis on dual sport athletes. Without any further ado, let's jump right to it. All right, guys, you already know what time it is. Before we actually get into the video, make sure that you actually subscribe to the YouTube channel and hit the notification bell so that you'll be notified when we post a new content, and hit the like button for the YouTube algorithms. I really appreciate your support. Okay, so why do college coaches put major emphasis on dual sport athletes? And I'm going to tell you the reason why, but before I do, I'm going to ask you this particular question. Do you actually just play two sports, or do you dominate both sports where you could actually possibly get a scholarship for both, right? Either way. So that's the differentiator. So that's what I want to talk about in this particular video. That is the reason why college coaches love dual sport athletes. Yeah, it's an opportunity for them to stay in shape. It's an opportunity for them to, continue their athleticism. And it's good to see that. And it's good to see the mechanics in both sport, because that really says something about your athleticism. However, if you are dominant in both sports where you could get a scholarship in both, because you're equally good at both, what you've just done is just basically separated yourself and now put yourself in a category as being either the top or one of the top players and athletes on your college team. So let's take basketball and football, for example. And by the way, those are my favorites. But if you have a player that can equally play both basketball and football, a college coach looks at that. And of course, when they're watching, so when you're watching both of these sports, you can see the comparison and how both games relate to each other, right? And so, but if that means that there are a lot of things or tangibles about the game that comes naturally to the athlete that dominate both sports. If you really start to think about it, think about all the guys that are in the NFL and in the NBA, right? And you've seen a clip of them on social media, and these professional athletes could probably play both sports. Back in the day, playing multiple sports used to be allowed. Michael Jordan did it. Bo Jackson did it. Deion Sanders did it. And these are guys that stood out in their sport. And I think, too, this is a good indicator to a college coach to let them know what type of player are they actually recruiting. And from a player perspective, it lets you know where you're going to actually fall on the depth chart. If you want to know if you can play at the Division I level, I think it's safe to utilize this method and assess if you're dominating both sports. There's a high percentage that you'll be able to play at the Division I level, because not only are you an athlete, but now you just put yourself in a premium category. So for the young athletes coming up, don't put all of your eggs in one basket. Try to become good and dominant at both sports. Why not? You have nothing to lose anyways. Tyreek Hill, but he's also great at running track as well. And to sum it up, I've been sharing my experience with the recruiting process with my three boys, right? And I've shared my experience, but college coaches will also come to other sports other than outside of the sport that they're actually recruiting you for. They will definitely come to the other sport to support you as well. But while they're there, you better believe that they're looking at your movements, and they're relating it to the game that they're actually recruiting you for, right? And from experience, I've witnessed it, I've watched, and I've studied college scouts, college coaches, and as they're there to support, but they're looking at the movements of the actual player too, and relating it to the sport that they're recruiting them for. I just wanted to drop that little tidbit. Listen, for more recruiting information, you already know what to do. Make sure that you tap in with my channel. But if you want to know more about recruiting and what it's like on the inside, make sure that you stay tapped in with me.